Good morning. I invite you to join me in our opening invocation. Let us pray. Inspire of our hopes and dreams and quieter of our fears. This, the class of 2021, has gone through it. When they passed through the waters, you were with them. When they walked through the fire, you were with them. And so the waters did not overwhelm them, nor the fire consume them. And so today, we join you in calling them by name, celebrating their accomplishments, lauding their character and resilience, and welcoming them into the fellowship of educated people. This, the class of 2021 at Roanoke College, embodies the pillars and purpose of dear old Roanoke, and we trust that with your guidance, they will be the difference, the Roanoke difference we want to see in this world. So bless them each, bless their families, bless our faculty and staff on this momentous occasion, the commencement of the class of 2021. In your most holy name we pray. Amen. I invite you to please be seated.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. It seems like only yesterday we were here celebrating the class of 2020, and in fact it was just last week. My name is Malin Courts, and I'm the chairman of the Board of Trustees at Roanoke College. I am thrilled to be here to celebrate the class of 2021. Today is all about you, and it is absolutely wonderful to be here for the celebration. I am so glad to see your smiling faces. Students, families, friends, faculty, and staff, we have all weathered quite a lot. There were a few times over the past year when we weren't certain we would be able to hold an in-person ceremony. All the difficult days over the last year and a half especially made today a very special day. I'm a Roanoke College graduate and a proud parent of a rising senior. One thing I know is that you will remember this day. My graduation ceremony was held in May of 1992, and I remember feeling proud. I know on that day I took a moment to reflect on all the things I had experienced at Roanoke College. When I sat in your seat, I felt happy about my accomplishments. Spend a few moments thinking back on your journey at Roanoke. Take a moment to reflect on all that you have realized to arrive here today. One thing is for sure, on my graduation day, never would I have predicted that I would be standing on this stage welcoming you, a group of wonderful, accomplished graduates. I can assure you that none of my classmates would have predicted this either. What a ride. You should feel great pride. You're about to hold a well-earned diploma from Roanoke College in your hands. When I think back on your 4 semesters, especially in all of the obstacles you've overcome, I know that bodes well for society in your hands. I'm feeling very optimistic about you as future leaders. Please take care of one another and always remember that Maroons help Maroons. My thanks to the entire Roanoke College faculty and staff and everyone who enabled us to keep the college moving forward during the pandemic. Roanoke College preserved through teamwork and mutual respect. I am proud of all of you and look forward to seeing our graduates cross the stage this morning because of the hard work and respect. I love Roanoke College, my family loves Roanoke College, and I am honored to serve on the board. It is an absolute pleasure to be able to welcome you today for our commencement celebration. I give my immense thanks to our leader for ensuring that we were able to succeed and excel through one of the most challenging times in the college's history. I feel honored to work alongside you, President Maxey. And without further delay, I am happy to turn this commencement ceremony over to Roanoke College's 11th President, Michael C. Maxey.
Welcome, family and friends. Welcome, class of 2021. You made it. You actually made it. Parents, families, friends, please join me in expressing your appreciation and congratulations to our graduates. And now, graduates, if you would turn to the stands to your family and express your appreciation to them for their support. Thanks to everyone who made graduation happen. Susan Rambo and our faculty and staff. Thanks to Mr. Courts for being with us today and for leading our college so well. Thanks to Salem for allowing us to use this facility. And thanks to Virginia's public health officials for all that they've done. This has truly been a team effort to be here today. Class of 21. I want to share a few thoughts with you today about what's been normal and abnormal about your time at Roanoke and what that means. I want to tell you how grateful I am, how grateful all of us are for your efforts to make the normal and the abnormal work this year. We would not be here today without sacrifices from you. Your last 15 months have been anything but normal. Wondering about remote courses, wondering about whether we would make it through the semester, wondering about vaccinations. Things were anything but normal for you since March 11th, 2020. Before March 11th, we had a different perspective on normality at dear old Roanoke. Normal meant other things. Normal was 98.6 degrees. Normal was a night at Mac and Bob's over Boston zones with your friends. Normal was gathering shoulder to shoulder with your classmates to cheer on Maroons. Normal was greeting one another with handshakes and hugs and high fives. Normal was hard to come by over the past 15 months. In fact, you have been tested in extraordinarily abnormal ways. On one of my walks around campus, I stopped to talk to a student. I asked how things were going and what she missed during the pandemic. She told me that she missed breakfast with her grandfather, which she did when she was home for breaks. She missed that normality in her life. She also told me how she loved being able to compete in athletics this spring. That felt normal to her. One of the good consequences of this pandemic was that we have all learned about the normal parts of our lives that are precious. We recognize the normal things that we missed. Breakfast with a grandfather does not seem like a huge matter, but it is. Ordinary experiences do not seem like such a big deal, but they are. The conversation made me think of you today. You are now experts in understanding normal and abnormal times at Roanoke and in your lives. Since you arrived, you've had 2 3/4 of a normal college experience and 1 1/4 of an abnormal college experience. Now maybe, just maybe, the abnormal has been a gift. Maybe it has been a way to understand the treasures found in our normal lives, in ordinary things we often take for granted. Part of what makes you different, or even abnormal in Roanoke's history, is that you had this 100-year pandemic experience while you tried to be normal college students. What a challenge. I'm reminded of the words of Maggie Stiefvater in one of her books, who said, "I didn't want normal until I didn't have it anymore." The normal good things in life are more appreciated, more treasured, because the pandemic made us miss them so much, and we certainly felt less entitled by virtue of this experience. As strange as these last 15 months have been, there were, however, many, many normal experiences that you did have. During your Roanoke time, you heard Supreme Court Justices Neil Gorsuch and Sonia Sotomayor. You competed in spike ball. Spike ball in mask, I have to say, is a sight to behold. Outdoor bingo happened with marvelous prizes. There were international film festivals. You pursued honors and you wrote papers. You observed Passover and Easter. You set record points in field hockey. You enjoyed Maroon Madness with halftime hot dogs. You made 2 a.m. trips to Sheetz. You set 4x100 records. You researched and published students' attitudes toward interfaith relationships and the effects of light on lignin gene expression. You tended a garden. You held flower night. Your fraternity gave away scholarships at ethics lectures. You met Tibetan monks. You had WRKE shows. Howard Kurtz and Jen Psaki spoke about the presidential election. You participated in research showcases, in person and virtually. Monica Lewinsky spoke to you. You were superfans and quiz bowlers. PBK inducted you. You attended formals and looked for a social life when social living was elusive. You created a Maroon 2 channel. You attended concerts. One comforting normal thing was the Commons, with pancake paradise and chicken tendy lunches, and of course the very caring attitudes of our common staff. You had a flood on campus. El Jefe was one of your destinations. You built our 12th Habitat for Humanity house. You were theologians on tap, and you discovered freshens, and you walked the McAfee's knob. You did Washington semesters. There were activity fairs. You won a swimming championship and a Fulbright. Bracketeac staff published a special edition for the 2020 graduating class. Talk about a class act. You eclipsed the 1,000 kill mark. You attended teach-ins and discourse opportunities. You vaulted, RC leadership summited. You traveled to Ireland or Egypt or Greece or other places. You observed days of silence. You provided meals to others. You built a virtual campus on Minecraft. You built bears. You attended FOTQ. You presented in Inc. 300. You stayed up late talking about life and love. You won OMA and academic and residence life awards. You presented at the National Conference on Undergraduate Research. You worked hard in your senior seminar. This week, normal also meant senior picnic, wood burning your name, baccalaureate service. You also had abnormal events, starting with a must-go-home announcement on March 11, 2020. I remember the shock and frustration on your faces. Since then, you've encountered shifting schedules, remote courses. You are on mute reminders. You attended a vaccination clinic. You counted COVID cases and wondered if we could make it through the semester. I wondered too, but I never lost faith in you. You learned that masks were not always for Halloween. You did concerts virtually at St. Andrews. You had the most abnormal athletic season ever, with all sports tilted into the spring semester. You participated in a silent disco, one of the most fun but abnormal cab events I've ever seen. Faculty wanted to be with you, but saw you on Zoom. Your life has been simultaneously normal and abnormal. Now, in the world, events were equally mixed. During your days, there were Olympics in Brazil. Syrian refugees overwhelmed Europe. North Korea tested nuclear missiles. We learned new words, Brexit and Mexit. The 45th and 46th presidents served. Mueller's report arrived, the U.S. resigned and then rejoined the Paris Accords. ISIS waxed and waned. We talk more than ever about borders. The U.S. women's soccer team won the World Cup and then demanded equal pay. Stephen Hawking died. We marveled at a solar eclipse. New Horizons is leaving our solar system. Antarctic and Arctic ice melted at unprecedented rates. An Ebola epidemic ended before the beginning of a coronavirus pandemic. We sweated through the hottest year on record. You monitored tweets, women marched, Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria devastated, Charlottesville violence shocked and accelerated necessary conversations about race. George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and others became tragic household names. Dates like January 6th stick in our minds as we try to understand its significance. There were terrible fires in Australia and in California. Yes, you experienced and learned from the normal and the abnormal. And I'm reminded of the words of a popular figure from your childhood, Fred Rogers. Mr. Rogers said, "There is no normal life that is free of pain. It is the very wrestling with our problems that can be the impetus for our growth. If wrestling with problems makes you grow, you can make the case that you and your classmates have grown by leaps and bounds. And as Maya Angelou reflected, if you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. You and your class have a glimpse of how amazing you can be because of what you've handled." I close my reminder today. I close my greeting with a reminder about 4 tools from Roanoke that are gifts to help you reach the amazing level that Maya Angelou called you to. These 4 gifts were shared with you at orientation several years ago. We called them pillars then. And we add them to your Roanoke toolbox as gifts this morning. Gift number 1, pursue truth. Your knowledge, skills, and sense of what is ethical have all been enhanced at Roanoke. Use your knowledge, utilize those skills, follow that ethical compass to pursue truth. In a world where truth seems hazy or elusive, pursue truth with vengeance. Gift number 2, serve others. You read every day about the needs of the world. There's injustice and inequality, so service to others is desperately needed. You'll get more out of service and leadership than you will ever give away, I promise. Gift number 3, commit to community. In our fractured world, committing to community is more important than ever. Community does not happen magically. It happens because you make it happen. You saw that here over the past 15 months. That's what brings us together today. We maintained our community because you tried so hard to do so. Gift number 4, do your personal best as you pursue truth, commit to community, and serve others. Bring your A game every day. Class of 2021, your experience is unique. Your encounters with the normal and abnormal have been unique. Use your uniqueness to reach amazing heights. Use your experiences to treasure and appreciate normal daily living. Use your experience to know that you can handle abnormal challenges in life. You've already done so. Godspeed to all of you, class of 2021. We appreciate and celebrate you. Do well in life. Do good in life. Find purpose in life. Thank you very much. Now is an important point in this ceremony. It is time for the official conferring of your baccalaureate degrees. It is my pleasure to turn to Dean Smith as the college's Chief Academic Officer for the purpose of recognizing the graduates who earned the following degrees: Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Business Administration. Dr. Smith.
Thank you, President Maxey. Will those candidates who have been approved for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please stand and remain standing? President Maxey, I have the honor of presenting to you those students who have completed or are expected to complete by August all the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and have been recommended by the faculty for that degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Roanoke College Board of Trustees and the Commonwealth of Virginia, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to that degree. Please move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left to acknowledge your degree conferral. I congratulate all of you on your academic achievements. You may be seated.
Will those candidates who have been approved for the degree of Bachelor of Science please stand and remain standing? President Maxey, I have the honor of presenting to you those students who have completed or are expected to complete by August all the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science and have been recommended by the faculty for that degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Roanoke College and the Commonwealth of Virginia, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Science with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to that degree. Please move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left to acknowledge your degree conferral. I congratulate you on your academic achievement. And you may be seated.
Will those candidates who have been approved for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration please stand and remain standing? President Maxey, I have the honor of presenting to you those students who have completed or are expected to complete by August all the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration and have been recommended by the faculty for that degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Roanoke College Board of Trustees and the Commonwealth of Virginia, I confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Business Administration with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to that degree. Please move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left to acknowledge your degree conferral. I congratulate you on your academic achievements. You may be seated. We're a community that pursues academic excellence, And I'd like to recognize 5 students in particular who performed at the highest levels. The class of 2021 valedictorians and salutatorians. Your salutatorian is Destiny Dawn Harper. Destiny, would you please stand? Destiny has pursued an international set of interests at Roanoke. She majored in literary studies in Spanish and attended a Fulbright Summer Institute at the University of Sussex. She currently works as a volunteer coordinator for Casa Latina, a local nonprofit that provides resources to the Roanoke Valley Spanish-speaking population. Through her experiences with Casa Latina and her own background, Destiny penned an essay that won the Office of Multicultural Affairs Bonilla Legacy Essay Contest. In the essay, Destiny wrote about her own roots in Dayton, Virginia. She's a first-generation student who's worked hard to earn the title of salutatorian. She's been accepted to West Virginia University's English Master's Program and intends to studying Latina American literature. She hopes to eventually get her doctorate and teach at the collegiate level. Destiny maybe even here at Roanoke. Congratulations. We also have 4 valedictorians in the class of 21. The first is Eric John Lee. Eric earned his BS in actuarial science. In addition to his coursework, he's been involved in the Roanoke College a cappella choir, the wind ensemble, the Roanoke a cappella group, theater, garden club, Alpha Phi Omega. Dr. Roland Minton said Eric has succeeded in part because of his dedication, organization, and natural intelligence. I'd like to invite Eric to the stage to deliver his valedictorian address. Eric, would you come join us?
Well, welcome, class of 2021, and friends and family. I'd like to thank all of you who came today to support us, and specifically those who have come to support me. It's really great to be able to look out and see all of you in person. A few days ago, I found out I was one of the 4 valedictorians for the class of 2021 while I was on a large boulder in the middle of Devil's Marble Yard. For those of you who don't know, the Devil's Marble Yard is a large hillside filled with huge rocks that is fairly popular with hikers in the area. I enjoy hiking, but I'm by no means an experienced hiker. However, I'm always up for a challenge, and my friends wanted to do it, so I was excited to do it with them. That excitement quickly faded when I was stranded on a boulder, not even halfway up the hill in 90-degree heat, surrounded by bees and large spiders, with no way off except climbing over more boulders. It was at this point when I started to wonder, why do I do these things to myself? So why do we seek out challenges? Why should we seek out challenges? A cynical person may say that we seek out challenges for the praise that comes with success. And I'll be the first to admit, it feels really good to be recognized for hard work. And that recognition is deserved. But I think it's too simple to say that we only do difficult tasks for an ego boost. So why do we do it? I thought about the question, and I've come up with a few answers. First, overcoming a challenge builds confidence. After my time at Roanoke, I know that I can solve more difficult problems than I thought that I could before. There were times when I regretted committing to difficult or stressful obligations, like saying I would do an honors project and a piano recital in the same semester. But I adapted, and I managed to do it. We all took on a challenge just by staying in college during a global pandemic. But we made it, and we now know how to adapt to strange situations. We know that we can do more than we probably ever thought we could do before. We should all be confident in our ability to overcome whatever else is thrown at us after today. Second, taking on challenges now can prepare you for expected or unexpected developments later in life. I didn't have to get an economics minor, but I know the information I learned will come in handy in my career and later in life. So I did it even though it was hard at times. Adding your second major or your third concentration may have seemed crazy to your friends or your parents at the time, but anything you gain from that now is something you'll be prepared for later. Our generation has learned too early on in our lives that anything can happen, and you never know what skill set or knowledge you will need in the future. Finally, challenges can sometimes be fun. I have very fond memories of studying way too late with my friends for a difficult exam coming up, and I bet many of you do as well. I had fun preparing for stressful, last-minute concerts with my a cappella group, even though it was extremely chaotic. Sometimes these difficult tasks that we go through are the best ways to bond with people. My closest friends have all gone through something difficult like this with me, and we had good times doing it. To wrap things up, I'll admit that I did not make it to the top of Devil's Marble Yard. My friends and family used to tell me that I'm very persistent, and I'm not sure if they meant it as a compliment or if they were telling me that I shouldn't be that persistent. The old me may have continued climbing up in the 90-degree heat, even at risk of passing out or hurting myself. But after my time at Roanoke, I've also learned when it's best to call it quits. You don't have to take on every challenge that's presented to you. There will be times when it's worth it and times when it's not. That being said, don't be afraid of challenges either. The most difficult activities can sometimes still be fun, and you'll almost certainly learn something important regardless of whether you meet your original goal. We're all here today, which means we've succeeded even when outside events kept making it harder and harder. I'm honored to be one of the valedictorians for a class that has persisted and accomplished as much as we have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eric, and congratulations to you. Next, we'd like to recognize Olivia Sarah Sanmini. Olivia received her Bachelor of Arts in Literary Studies. She's taken advantage of every opportunity that has come her way, from fascinating research to studying away from campus. She was in the honors program and worked for the Roanoke Review Literary Journal since her sophomore year. She also participated in the Washington Semester Program, interning in the nation's capital. She interned at Generation Progress, a progressive think tank. Her honors distinction project, Women's Self-Definition Through Poetry, won the best research paper from the Gender and Women's Studies program at Roanoke, and was awarded the best paper at James Madison University's Mad Rush Conference. She plans to pursue a master's degree in Library and Information Science degree at the University of Maryland, College Park. I'd now like to invite Olivia to the stage to deliver her valedictorian address. Olivia?
Before I get started, I wanted to say thank you to you all for allowing me the opportunity to be your valedictorian. I am so honored to be standing up here in front of you today. I, of course, also need to thank my lovely family and amazing friends. I would not be up here if it were not for their continuous love and support. And now I also owe an additional thank you to the guy who grabbed my speech when it blew away in the wind right before the ceremony. Since I'm a literary studies major, I thought I would open with a literary quote. I've been reading the incredible Iranian author Azar Nafisi, and she has a quote that really encapsulates how I feel about graduating from Roanoke College. She said, "You get a strange feeling when you're about to leave a place. Like you'll not only miss the people you love, but you'll miss the person you are right now at this time in this place, because you'll never be this way ever again." Obviously, I relate to the first part of this quote, and I'm sure you all do too. I will really miss the people I've met here at Roanoke. I've met my best friends here, and even though I know we will be friends for the rest of our lives, it's really hard to say goodbye right now. I will also miss my amazing professors and advisors, and even the incredibly kind common staff. It's that second part of the quote, though, that really makes me think of graduating college, that I'm going to miss the person I am right now. This is especially relevant because my time at Roanoke College made me the person I am today. In the past 4 years, I've grown so much that I barely recognize the girl I was when I came here. I came to Roanoke an incredibly shy 17-year-old with what I realize now was a very unfortunate haircut. Despite having spent the last year of high school immensely excited for college, the primary thing I was feeling on move-in day was scared. I was scared of the change that was coming. Of course, this feeling quickly passed and I had wonderful experiences at Roanoke College. Like I said, I made amazing friends who all gently reminded me that they should be mentioned in this speech. I worked with inspiring professors who taught me so much. I also got to intern at a think tank in Washington, D.C., interview a Pulitzer Prize-winning poet for the Roanoke Review, and do research at the Sylvia Plath Archives in Atlanta, to just name a few of the incredible opportunities I've had at Roanoke. Being here and having these experiences made me the young woman that I am today, and I am forever grateful to Roanoke for that. I can tell I've grown up so much since freshman move-in, because now looking into the future doesn't scare me. As I graduate, I'm not afraid of the change that is coming. I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited to go to graduate school and everything that comes afterwards. Okay, that brings us to the last part of the quote, when Nafisi says, "You'll never be this way ever again." I know that sounds a little scary at first glance, but it doesn't have to be, because like I learned, change doesn't have to be scary. As we leave Roanoke College, we're all getting ready for a huge change, but it's not something to be afraid of. It's really just an opportunity to grow, learn, and become the best versions of ourselves. And I owe a thank you to Roanoke College for getting me started on that journey. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Olivia. Congratulations. Now we'd like to recognize the class of 2021's third valedictorian, Abigail Elizabeth Workman. Abby has combined her passions into an unusual pairing of studies, math and Spanish, earning her BS in mathematics. While at Roanoke, she worked in the library, served as an officer with a math club, worked as a Spanish cohort leader, and worked with Iris Myers, lecturer and Language Resource Center director. Dr. Maggie Ramoller says, Abby has an unstoppable drive and doesn't get discouraged, even though mathematical research can be frustrating and difficult. Abby plans to become a math teacher in Roanoke City Public Schools. I'd like to invite Abby forward to the stage to deliver her valedictorian address. Abby, would you come forward?
Hello, class of 2021, and to all the faculty, staff, and administration here today. The first thing that I want to say is that I give all the glory for this accomplishment to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, because my life is devoted to Him, and He's the reason that I was even able to attend this school. You see, I'm from Roanoke City, and I'm just an ordinary person, you know. I went to Roanoke City Public Schools, and I went to William Fleming High School. It's just 10 minutes away from Roanoke College, but it's like a different world. It's a great school, and I love the people there, but so many of them live in poverty that we all received free lunch. And my family doesn't live in poverty, thank God, but we're just working class, so we didn't have a way to afford for me to come to a private school like Roanoke College. But I wanted to stay in the area when I was thinking about applying to school. And Roanoke College is the best college in this area, as far as I'm concerned. So my church prayed with me. And in a step of faith, this was the only school that I applied to. and thank God that He opened the door for me and He provided for me so that I was able to afford to attend here all 4 years. I consider this a very great miracle in my life. One of the biblical messages that's kept me going forward through this time is Joshua 1:8. It says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth, but you should meditate on it day and night, so that you can be careful to do everything written in it, because then you'll make your way prosperous and you'll have good success." You know, God wants us to be successful, and this is a great promise for all of us. I just wanted to share some advice about when things get difficult and tough, because you know we've been through a very hard year, and we honestly don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. So if you want my advice, this is what I've learned through my years of schooling. When things got tough and there were too many assignments and I couldn't finish them all on time, it seemed like, and when I was discouraged and every step forward was so difficult and the future so uncertain, and I was tempted to give up, then I prayed for strength. And I remembered one of my favorite verses that says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." So I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. May God bless you and guide your every step. And again, I give all the praise to my Savior, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Abby. Congratulations to you. And finally, we welcome our 2021 fourth valedictorian, Stephanie Marie Zimba. Steph, who completed her degree in sociology in 3 years, came to Roanoke with a plan in mind, and she executed it with precision. Dr. Mita Marota said Steph is an incredibly hard worker and has a great deal of intellectual curiosity. Along with her studies, Steph was involved with several research projects through the Fellows Program, Summer Scholars, and Independent Studies. She also worked as a student assistant in the Soc Department. She was accepted into the American Sociological Association Honors Program and presented her research at the ASA Annual Conference in 2020. Steph will attend a sociology PhD program at Syracuse University this fall and has her sights set on becoming a college professor, hopefully here at Roanoke. Steph, I would like to invite Steph to the stage to deliver her valedictorian address.
Good morning. As some of you know, I've done a lot of hiking this past year, 20 different hikes over 2 semesters, in fact. So, I wanted to share with you 7 lessons I've learned from hiking mountains. Number 1, don't be afraid to set out on your own. Many of the hikes that I went on were solo adventures. For many students, including myself, college was the first time that we were on our own. It was a chance to start fresh in a new place and begin a journey that would involve learning new things about ourselves along the way. Now, we're about to start a journey once again. It's daunting, but don't be afraid to seek out new adventures. Number 2, enjoy the journey. During hikes, I found that instead of rushing to reach the top, it was better to pause and appreciate the small things that I came across, like flowers and wildlife. In college, we also celebrated the smaller accomplishments, like getting an A on a midterm or completing a semester. As we continue on our journey in life, always remember to appreciate everything along the way, both big and small. Number 3, be okay with not knowing exactly where the path leads. On hikes, there is usually a well-marked trail and a map at the trailhead, but it's hard to know exactly what to expect when you're rounding each turn. In college and in life, we set plans when we start out, but things rarely ever go as planned. We can't anticipate everything, and it's important to accept that things will turn out differently than you thought. So be prepared to adapt your plans to new circumstances, knowing that it will all work out in the end. In fact, the opportunities that you don't plan for may be the best ones of all. Number 4, keep going when the path gets difficult. Many trails feature steep climbs, slippery surfaces, and tough sections. Similarly, we encounter a lot of obstacles in life that we have to move past. For the class of 2021, the pandemic meant that this past year has been very different than any of us had imagined, with virtual learning, social distancing, and a lot of uncertainty. This taught us the importance of resilience and not giving up. lessons that will benefit us beyond college and throughout our lives. Number 5, help each other out. Hikers help each other by giving warnings about hazards in the path ahead and providing reassurance about how close someone is to the top. Sometimes more experienced hikers have pointed me to hidden gems and unmarked overlooks. In college, we helped our friends and peers when they needed us, and they gave us help in return. Our advisors and mentors were also a major source of assistance and guidance along the way. Don't forget to help others along their journey, and remember how people have helped you. As we gain more experience, we should pass on what we've learned to those coming after us. Number 6, don't turn back from a challenge. Sometimes challenging climbs have the best views. A good example of this is Hay Rock, a large rock along the Appalachian Trail that gives you a great view of Carvin's Cove, if you can manage to reach the top. In college, there have been many times where I accomplished something that I didn't think I could do, like presenting my research at the National Honors Program, or giving a speech in front of such a large crowd. Each time, my mentors, particularly Drs. Christy Hoffman and Mita Narotra of the Sociology and Public Health Department, have given me encouragement and helped me reach my goals. I'm sure that you can think of similar moments in your own journey. Graduation is a huge accomplishment, and we owe a lot to the people who have pushed us and supported us, including our professors, family, and friends. There are many more mountains left to climb, so never stop challenging yourself to reach seemingly impossible goals. Number 7, take time to appreciate the view. When I reach the end of a hike, I always pause at the top to look out at the scenery. Everything looks really small when looking down from the mountaintop, which helps me put everything in perspective. Today, we should all take a moment to reflect on how far we've come, the challenges that we've overcome along the way, and all of the people who have helped us reach this point. I hope that you can all pause and enjoy this moment before starting your next journey. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you very much, Steph. Congratulations to you. We now turn to the recognition of our faculty. Dean Smith.
Thank you, President Maxey. Ordinarily, there would be hundreds of faculty and staff in attendance today, but because of COVID restrictions, we asked them to stay away. So many of them are watching all of this virtually. But I do want to take a moment to recognize all those faculty and staff who are watching and those faculty and staff who are present today for their service to you and for the service to the college. They really are the heart and soul of this college, and together they provide remarkable and steadfast support to all of you, both nurturing you and pushing you to excel. So please join me in thanking them for their work.
Each year, the Roanoke College Board of Trustees presents medals of recognition to retiring faculty members. The medals carry the name of Simon Carson Wells. Professor Wells was the first faculty member of record at Roanoke College when it was chartered as a 4-year college in 1853. I invite Dean Smith to return to the podium to announce the faculty members and recipients of this year's Simon Carson Wells Medal.
This year's medalists are long-serving, tenured faculty members who retired this year, and they have taught many of the graduates present today. In normal times, each recipient would come to the stage and be presented a medal. But this year, again because of COVID restrictions, that is not possible. Today, I do want to take a few moments and recognize our 10 medalists. So here's a little bit about each of them. Professor James Buriak, Associate Professor of Health and Human Performance and Athletic Training. Professor Buriak has taught at the college for 40 years and is beloved by generations of students and colleagues. Professor Buriak founded the athletic training program that served so many students so well over the past 2 decades. Dr. Lisa Erb, Associate Professor of Education. Dr. Erb has taught at the college for 29 years, providing guidance, compassion, and inspiration to many aspiring teachers who now teach in the Roanoke Valley, Virginia, and beyond. Dr. Gary Fleming, Professor of Economics. Dr. Fleming has taught at the college for 34 years, where he taught countless students to better understand the economic forces that shape our lives, and where he served as the mainstay of the economics program. Dr. Paul Hinlicky, the Reverend J. Tice Professor of Lutheran Studies. Dr. Hinlicky has taught at the college for 21 years, during which time he was a prolific scholar and devoted teacher, and helped students and colleagues alike better understand the teachings and legacy of Martin Luther and Lutheran theology. Dr. Martha Kuhar, Professor of English. Dr. Kuhar has taught at the college for 27 years, serving as an innovative teacher with a passion for international education, as evidenced by numerous May travel adventures throughout the world and her selection on 2 separate occasions as a Fulbright scholar, first to the Ukraine and later to Moldova. Dr. Christina McCart, Professor of Business Administration. Dr. McCart has taught at the college for 31 years and has consistently earned the praise and admiration of her students, especially for her efforts to make real-world connections through field trips and study abroad. Dr. Mark Miller, Professor of History and Geography and the David F. Biddle College Historian. Dr. Miller has taught at the college for 42 years to the delight and edification of thousands of students and the deep gratitude of his colleagues in the history department and the college for enriching the life of the college. Dr. Elizabeth Gilster Velasquez, Associate Professor of Business Administration. Dr. Velasquez has taught at the college for 26 years, where she helped to develop the department's global focus and provided students with many opportunities to study abroad. Dr. Lisa Warren, Associate Professor of Theater. Dr. Warren has taught at the college for 36 years and has had a profound influence on generations of theater students through her teaching and her direction of dozens of theater productions. And finally, Dr. Harry Wilson, Professor of Political Science and Director of the Institute for Public Opinion Research. Dr. Wilson has taught at the college for 35 years, during which time he helped thousands of students understand the American electoral process and the challenges and politics of gun control. Since 1991, he directed the Institute for Public Opinion Research, transforming it into a highly regarded polling operation. As I said earlier, because of COVID restrictions, not all our medalists could be present today. However, we're fortunate to have 4 who are here today. Professor Buriak, Professor Fleming, Professor McCart, and Professor Velasquez. I'd like to ask them to stand to be recognized. Please join me. Please stand. Thank you. And also, please join me in congratulating the other 6 who are not here. And the important thing I want you to hear is the combined service of our 10 medalist is 285 years of teaching and service to the college. Thank you very much.
Congratulations and thank you. I also want to recognize Dean Richard Smith upon his retirement from the college this summer. Dean Smith, if you would stand, please. Dean Smith has served Roanoke as Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs and Dean of the college over the past 12 years. During his tenure, he's been a champion for students' educational experiences and academic quality. Dean Smith has been an outstanding strategic leader for Roanoke, and we're a better college for you because of him. Please join me in thanking Dean Smith for his 12 years of service. By tradition, a college proclaims what it holds in the highest esteem through the conferring of degrees. A special sign of esteem is the awarding of honorary degrees. Today, we recognize one very distinguished individual, Dr. Cynthia Morrow. Dr. Morrow has made a tremendous impact on the Roanoke and New River Valleys through her career, but most notably during the past 15 months as we faced a devastating national pandemic. If you follow local news, you've seen or heard from her and her calm and authoritative voice always. Dean Smith and Board Chair Malin Courts will join me in presenting her honorary doctorate, and I hold her up to you as an exemplary public servant, as a model for you to consider.
It is my distinct honor to recognize Dr. Cynthia B. Morrow and to recommend her for the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Dr. Morrow is a health director of the Roanoke City and Allegheny Health Districts of the Virginia Department of Health. The health districts provide public health services, community outreach, emergency preparedness, environmental health, and community health improvement to a population of more than 278,000 people in the cities of Covington, Roanoke, and Salem, in the counties of Allegheny, Bonatoc, Craig, and Roanoke. Dr. Morrow is an internal medicine physician by training and a public health professional by career. In September 2020, Dr. Morrow was named Director of the Roanoke City and Allegheny Health Districts. She stepped full-time into the role in January of 2021. For Dr. Morrow, assuming leadership of the health districts came at an especially critical time. Virginia's health districts have been thrust into the role of preparing for and responding to the COVID-19 crisis, standing at the forefront of confronting outbreaks and mitigating the spread of infection. Roanoke College extends its deepest gratitude to Dr. Morrow for her work in guiding our community during an intensely challenging period in our nation's history. The Board of Trustees of Roanoke College confers upon Dr. Cynthia B. Morrow the honorary degree of Doctor of Science with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the faculty of Roanoke College and by the Board of Trustees of Roanoke College, I now confer upon you, Cynthia B. Morrow, the degree Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Morrow. And now, class of 21, family and friends, it's time to honor our graduates.
We will now present to you our 2021 graduates. They'll be presented in the order in which they appear in the program. Bachelor of Arts graduates, please rise as the marshals direct you and come forward as your name is called. You don't need to rise until the marshal calls you. President Maxey, I present to you individually for their diplomas those students who have just conferred the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
Ethan Hunter Abbott. Meredith Gabrielle Albright, cum laude. Jordan Elizabeth Aloof. Elizabeth Mary Ellen Amos, in absentia. Emily Marie Anderson. Casey Brooke Ansell, cum laude, in absentia. Courtney Marie Ashley. Brooke Carol Axelrod, magna cum laude. Anna Catherine Baker, in absentia. Shannon Lee Baker, magna cum laude. Samuel Sumner Balch. Emily Marie Ball. Dylan Alexi Bandy. Samantha Dawn Barnett. Allison Donovan Barthol. Claire Marie Beaton. Elise Mackenzie Bennett. Kaylin Meta Bennett, cum laude. Theodore Augustus Buchheimer, cum laude. Scott Sen Boswell, Jr., cum laude. Tyler Christine Bowe, cum laude. Sydney Tova Brenner. Charity Nicole Brimmer, in absentia. Hannah Diane Brockway. Hannah Marie Broughton. Carolyn Renee Brucato, in absentia. Sunny Diane Bryant. Owen Murphy Burendorf, in absentia. Hannah Elizabeth Bunton. Ariana Catherine Butzer. Catherine Rose Caldwell. Logan Michael Kale. Lucas Dakota Blue Campbell. Sarah Jennifer Nadia Kaplan, in absentia. Andrew James Cairns, cum laude, in absentia. Alejandra Quirino. David Edward Casson. Sydney Marie Calder, cum laude. Emma Charlotte Charles. Tatiana Sofia Cherry Santos, magna cum laude. Savannah Faith Clark, cum laude. Emily Ann Clevenger. Sydney Ray Coffey, in absentia. Joseph Kelly Colleton. Mary Julia Cooper, cum laude. Meredith Ann Cox. Zachary Tyler Dalton. Romeo Francesco Darpa. Tyler Christopher DeMeo. Natalie Marie DeMayer, magna cum laude, in absentia. Kaylin Taylor DeMuth. Ryan Gordon Denhullum, summa cum laude. Melissa Diane DeShaw. Evan Michael DeBus. Tyler Nicholas DeFranco. Tess Drizmala, magna cum laude. Grace McCarthy Dupree. Alexis Leila Iberek, cum laude. Chance Devon Edwards. Holly May Eggleston, magna cum laude. Alexandra Harris Elliott. Wilson Perry I. Jayla Jamise Faison. John Elbert Fishwick. Claire Eloise Flowers. Mary Wiley Singleton Fowler. Rachel Jean Freshwater. Madison Lee Fry, cum laude. Christian Allen Galeo, in absentia. Simon Alexander Gardell. Catherine Bonnell Gattuso, in absentia. Jacqueline Nicole George. George Edward Gilbert, cum laude. Catherine Grace Gillum. Yvonne Lindetta Gravely. Haley Elizabeth Gray, summa cum laude. Liesel Marie Greider, summa cum laude. Erica Marie Godinho. Alexis Marie Guerrero. Amanda Josephine Gawaltney. Lauren Bryce Hall. Morgan Joyce Hamilton, magna cum laude. James Edward Ham, magna cum laude, in absentia. Callie Jordan Hammer, magna cum laude, in absentia. Jordan Elizabeth Hanson, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Hardesty. Quinn Dominique Ann Harlan. Destiny Dawn Harper, salutatorian, summa cum laude. Jordan Chaz Harris. Allison Courtney Hart. Hunter Burke Haskins, magna cum laude. Rebecca Susan Hahn, cum laude. Andrew Reed Haynes. Sarah Elizabeth Heatwold, magna cum laude. Rebecca Christine Hensley, in absentia. Ashley Nicole Hooper, magna cum laude. Olivia Margaret Howard Koto. Adeline Camille Huggins. Kira Nerese Hunt, summa cum laude. Russell Wesley Hunter. Emma Catherine Irvin, in absentia. Elizabeth Grace Janes. Emily Marie Johnson, in absentia. Luke Cameron Jones, cum laude. Estee Nicole Kaiser. Gavin Richard Kandrick. Megan Elizabeth Caro. Zachary Evan Keene. Haley Gail Kennedy, cum laude. Jessica Erin Kennedy. Austin Lane Kinsley. Max O'Kane Kreutzer, in absentia. Jenna Marin Cudzo. David Smith Kukin. Ayers Thompson Lamar, in absentia. Jacob Jameson Lang. Alicia Monet Lawrence. Addison Grace Lee. Desiree Alexis Lee. Richard Alexander Lapeter, cum laude. Alexis Adriana Lester, in absentia. Samantha Lynn Lewis, cum laude. Elena Catherine Lockery. Audrey Elise Luck. Sarah Ann Lynch, cum laude, in absentia. Crystal Seaman Mainsaw, magna cum laude. Robert Wayne Magnum III, magna cum laude. Zoe Marie Manukian, magna cum laude. Chelsea Lee Markham. Kelsey Ann Markle. Rebecca Lee Marsh, cum laude. Leah Sophie Marshall, magna cum laude. Jared Josiah Martin, magna cum laude, in absentia. Alexis Kayla Matson, in absentia. Alyssa Carey Matson, in absentia. Ava Moran McCartan, magna cum laude. Kelsey Kathleen McCluskey, cum laude. Sha'ana Lee McDonald, magna cum laude. Kaylin Noel McIlrath. Kimberly Grace McGinnis. Elizabeth Marie Mize, summa cum laude. Max Alexander Menzel. Allery Renee Miller. Diane Durr Moore, in absentia. Whitley Claire Moore, in absentia. Dan Nahor. Brant Evan Nethercutt, in absentia. Isabella Ann Nichols. Emily Jane Odell. Michelle Akinyi Ogutu. Austin Patrick Orozco, magna cum laude, in absentia. John Ebro Ochevna. Samuel Lee Patzel. Michaela Leanne Palmer, in absentia. Rachel Lindsay Pavlich. Shahina Persad, in absentia. Shaquille Persad. George Lee Person, the fourth. Kaylee Michelle Faleo. William Walker Phillips. Tiffany Reese, Bonnie Pires. Mackenzie Morato Pacente. Lauren Nicole Powell. Jasmine Alexis Price. Samuel Robert Ream. Morgan Brittany Reamy, magna cum laude. Hannah Michelle Reddington, in absentia. Madison Suzanne Roan. Madeline May Rice. Sarah Elizabeth Rydell. Margaret Stevens Riggin, cum laude. Nakia Lee Robertson. Aaron Joseph Rogers. Joelle Marissa Ronan, magna cum laude. Camden Vaughn Rosenfelder. Alexandra Ann Ruckman, cum laude. Olivia Sarah Samimi, valedictorian, summa cum laude. Jessica Marie Schott, magna cum laude. Sarah Jean Seifert. Hannah Claire Sells, cum laude. Katerina Marie Shaner, magna cum laude. Caitlin Lee Sharkey. Dylan Joseph Scheck. Timothy Joshua Sherman. Mohammed El Shahat Shokir, in absentia. Destiny Morgan Sinclair, cum laude. Juhi Pragya Sinha. Hannah Elizabeth Smith, magna cum laude. Kendall Elizabeth Sperber. Kaylin Marie Spickler, cum laude. Erin Elise Standish, summa cum laude. Anna Lee Stapleton, cum laude. Mary Rose Stark. Bryce Anthony Stump. Taylor Marie Swinson, cum laude. Monica Ray Taft, magna cum laude. Celine Georgia Sky Taylor. Jordan Elizabeth Thompson. Allison Marie Tice. Jania Danielle Nuri Tillery. Caitlin Alexandra Toombs. Karamay Roberta Totten, cum laude. Cassidy Lee Turner. Jeffrey Eloy Villadero. Nicole Rianne Wade. Mallory Lee Wainwright. Tessa Johanna Walsh. Jared Lewis Weaver, in absentia. Brianna Christine Webster. Hannah Elizabeth Wennerstrom. Jessica Townshend White, magna cum laude. Emily Ann Whitty. Hannah Marie Wilk, summa cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Williams. Catherine Margaret Wilson, summa cum laude. Emily K. Wooten. Dale Edward Worrell. Stephanie Marie Zemba, valedictorian, summa cum laude. This concludes the Bachelor of Arts recipients.
Bachelor of Science graduates, please rise as the marshals direct you and come forward as your name is called. President Maxey, I present to you individually for their diplomas those students of whom you have just conferred the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Okay, we're going to do it. Got to go straight across. Don't get caught in the steering. 200 yards walk. Here we go.
David Yao Adarkwa, in absentia. Kale Epperly Agee.
Here we go. Go ahead.
Skylar Lindsay Allett. Elizabeth Weldon Armstrong. Nathaniel James Ayers, cum laude. Jenny Elizabeth Battaglia, magna cum laude. Jasmine Michelle Beach, cum laude. Tiffany Ann Bennett, cum laude.
Yeah. Congratulations, Andrew.
Riley Elise Bird, cum laude. Elena Rosalie Burkell, summa cum laude, in absentia. Corey Landon Boringer, cum laude. Joseph Brent Boone V, in absentia. Autumn Patricia Bush. Marlene Elizabeth Carlson. David Michael Cadigan. Patrick Gerard Klein. Eric Wayne Coleman. Connor Martin Cope. Liam Martin Courtney, summa cum laude. Autumn Taylor Cox. Patrick Grable Cox. Troy Devon Crawley. Kelsey Elizabeth Cruz. Robert Andrew Cunningham. Carolina Odom Daughtry. Jacob Michael David. Joshua Ryan Dawson. Anna Carol Derrick. Kevin Patrick Donnelly. Leah Alexandra Dotson, summa cum laude. Andrew Wade Drubay, summa cum laude. Casey Elizabeth Fairbanks. Matthew Jared Federow. James Cooper Fennell. Holly Elizabeth Fisher, cum laude. Nadisha Victoria Gerasimchuk, cum laude. Madeline Brooke Gibbs, cum laude. Amanda Vaughn Grady, cum laude. Tiffany Amber Green. Shannon Elizabeth Haley, magna cum laude. Razan Abdel Fattah Hamed, cum laude. Christina Lee Harrell. Kelsey Jordan Harris. Lauren Belair Heffron, cum laude. Dalton James Horton, in absentia. Karina Marie Householder, magna cum laude. Tara Elizabeth Herdlick. Rosa A.D. Jaramillo. William Patterson Jewell. Abby Lynn Joseph, magna cum laude. Megan Lynn Keene, magna cum laude. Deanna Elizabeth Keller, cum laude. Emerson K. Kern. Curtis Edward Kingry, in absentia, magna cum laude. Chadwick David Kinsler. Kayla Monet Kinsler. Max Wendell Clavercamp. Quinton Walter Lane. Elizabeth Marie Lawhorn. Kevin Joseph Ledford. Eric John Lee, valedictorian, summa cum laude. Kelsey Morgan Lee, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann LeMay, magna cum laude. Vincent Edward Leo. Margaret Susan Lewis, cum laude. Rachel Shanice Lindsay, magna cum laude. Olivia Caitlin Long, summa cum laude. Samantha Nicole Luby, summa cum laude. Savannah Lee Lucas. Emily Michaela McLeod, cum laude. Sophia Marie Maglio, magna cum laude. Luke Allen Marine. Frank Michael Marino, cum laude. Anna Sophia Martin, cum laude. Shaylee Rose Mayo. Jeffrey Fletcher Mazzola, summa cum laude. Caitlin Alyssa McCord, magna cum laude. Corinne Frances McPadden, cum laude. Elizabeth Susanna Mendler, cum laude. Megan Louise Mercer, cum laude. William Redeker American, magna cum laude. Falani Malachwa. Sophia Marie Morales. Benjamin Frederick Nelson, cum laude. Tia Carrie Nicholson, in absentia. Christian Hunter Orange. Abigail Ann Packard, in absentia. Grace Elaine Page, summa cum laude. Rebecca Ann Parker. Elise Louise Payne. Vanessa Lee Pearson, cum laude. Kendall Elise Penn, magna cum laude. Antonio Enrique Perez. Lucy Elizabeth Perry, magna cum laude. Brayton Taylor Pierce, magna cum laude. Megan Ann Pilot. Madison Taylor Quisenberry, magna cum laude. Morgan Sidney Ratcliffe, summa cum laude, in absentia. Micah James Ray, cum laude. Samantha Ann Richardson. Madeline Marie Robin, cum laude. Ryan Joseph Rogers, cum laude. Thomas Michael Ruck. Olivia Frances Samponia, cum laude. Christian Ricardo Sanchez de la Cruz. Carly Marie Shepard, summa cum laude. Caroline Ann Schudel. Brett Marley Schultz, cum laude, in absentia. Frances Jane Sefcik, cum laude, in absentia. Are you here? No. Mackenzie Elizabeth Simmons. Your friend? I apologize, Francis. Charles Peyton St. Laurent, in absentia. Kelly Ann Delish. Joel Stewart Tarpley, magna cum laude. Charles William Tenbush. Angelica Louise Tester. Sienna Marie O'Connor Thompson. Claire Nicole Trotto, summa cum laude. Corbin Nate Turner. Corey Van Scott, summa cum laude. Rachel Nicole Wade. Allison Taylor Wagner, magna cum laude, in absentia. Madeline Grace Wheeler, cum laude. Mason Lee Wheeler. Megan Patricia Wheeler, magna cum laude. Lauren Alexis White. Emily Alice Winstead, cum laude. Anthony Joseph Wisdo, magna cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Workman, valedictorian, summa cum laude. Henry Lucas Ray. Marina Elizabeth Ray. Madeline Olivia Youngman. This concludes the Bachelor of Science recipients.
Bachelor of Business Administration. Please rise as the marshals direct you and come forward as your name is called. President Maxey, I present to you individually for their diplomas those students of whom you have just conferred the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration.
Swan Sajah Alexander. Alexander Matthew Appa. Aaron Christopher Baldwin, in absentia. Are you here? Bryce Mackenzie Barton, cum laude. Anthony Anthony Michael Beccaria, cum laude. Chase Alexander Blanchard. Emily Grace Bless, cum laude. Alexander Ryan Brogan, in absentia. Connor Lewis Brumbaugh, magna cum laude. Joshua Zenon Buzik, in absentia. Benjamin John Campbell. Joseph Lewis Carrick. Michael Yingli Chang, in absentia. Caleb Andrew Childress. Damon Edward Childress. Brady Patrick Clark. Kaylee Brooke Collison. Anastasia Grace Conrad. Coben Giuliano Crawford. Nicholas Alexander Crosswhite. Lydia Faith Custer, in absentia. Aaron Presley Davis. Chloe Morgan Dennis. Philip Kincaid Dickens. Ryan John Dolinsky. Robert Conley Dye. Miranda Nicole Farmer, cum laude. Jessica Garcia. Jacqueline Christine Gilster. Sean Thomas Hammond, magna cum laude. Hunter Wayne Harless, in absentia. William Spencer Hickam. Ethan James Humbert, in absentia. Rachel Layton Johnson. Corey Edward Keith. Savannah Ashton Lancaster, magna cum laude. Trevor Hunt Landrum. Hannah Nicole Lipes, summa cum laude, in absentia. Jeremy Seth Littlejohn. Jessica Michelle LaRosse. Cameron Blake Lynch. Olivia Grace McLuhan. Trevor Andrew Mason, cum laude, in absentia. Avery Joseph Monahan. Allison Grace Moreau. Moser. Shane Kenneth Murawski. Carter Cole Otis, in absentia. Brianna Grace Palmer, cum laude. Christopher Shane Pacunas, in absentia. Joseph Neil Ryan. Sebastian Alessandro Salazar. William Richard Salva. Ellie Ann Shad, magna cum laude. Hagen Alexander Schomburg. Olivia Maria Simmons. Laura Breland Sklar, apologize. Mitchell Wilton Smith. Edward Turner Spencer. Joseph Dalton Staples. Eric Joseph Stefanowicz, in absentia. Emily Claire Stoner, in absentia. Mary Cassidy Sullivan, cum laude. Assad Saidain, magna cum laude, in absentia. Brooke Hannah Trapezzano, magna cum laude. Meredith Taylor Webb, cum laude. Grayson Carey White. Victoria Marie Young. This concludes the Bachelor of Business Administration recipients.
Thank you, Dr. Lee, and one more round of applause for all of our graduates, please. Class of 2021, we close with the words of C.S. Lewis. There are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. Congratulations to the graduates of the Roanoke College Class of 21. We'll conclude our commencement exercises with the Roanoke College alma mater and the benediction.
And now, class of 2021, go out into the world in peace. Have courage. Hold on to what is good. Return no one evil for evil, but strengthen the faint-hearted, support the weak, honor all people. Love, serve, and rejoice in all things. And always remember that God loves you, and so do we at RC. Amen.
Thank you.